Hello everyone, I'm Tom Smith, Director of Secondary Education for Louisa County Public Schools, and I'm here today to talk about everyone's favorite topic, accreditation. Bear with me because there have been some key changes that you do need to know about. Over the last year, the Virginia Department of Education and the Virginia Board of Education have been working to revise the accreditation model for Virginia schools. This plan, which was approved by the governor in January, makes significant changes to how schools receive accreditation. One of these changes is that students demonstrating growth on an assessment may be included when determining a school's accreditation. Under the previous system, schools were accredited based upon reaching or exceeding the state's pass rate benchmark on SOL tests. Under the new system, a combined rate for all students and for individual reporting groups will be used as a part of the accreditation model. This combined rate, which applies only to reading and math, is made up of the percentage of students who pass the SOL test, as well as those students who have shown growth from one year to the next. For reading at the elementary and middle schools, growth can be shown on both the SOL and the Access for ELLs tests. For math at the elementary and middle schools, growth can only be shown on the SOL tests. This sample shows how the combined rate is calculated for reading. In this example, 6 of the 10 students passed the reading SOL test. Of the remaining 4, 1 demonstrated growth on the SOL test, and of the remaining 3, 1 student showed growth on the Access test. Based on these results, the combined rate for reading for this school would be 80%. A similar process is used to calculate the combined rate for math tests. The difference is that Access scores are not included for math. To determine growth, the VDOE has placed the scores that a student could earn on the SOL reading test into one of 6 performance levels. A student is identified as having shown growth when he or she improves by at least 1 performance level on the SOL test. For example, if a student scored a 303 on his 4th grade reading test, he is in the low basic performance level. If the same student then scored a 361 on the 5th grade reading test, that student is now in the high basic performance level. Because a student moved to a higher performance level, this student would be considered to have shown growth. If, however, the same student scored a 360 on the 5th grade reading test, that student would still be in the low basic performance level. Since the student did not move to a higher performance level, the student would not have shown growth for the purposes of accreditation. A similar chart is used to determine growth on the Math SOL test as well. To determine growth on the Access test, a student must show a specific gain in his or her Composite Proficiency score. The amount of growth needed depends on the student's previous Access score and his or her current grade. In this example, a 3rd grade student who scored a 2.0 on the Access for ELLs test would need to score at least a 2.7 on this year's Access test to show growth. A 6th grade student who also scored a 2.0 last year would need to score a 2.4 to show growth. When determining accreditation for schools for the upcoming school year, the VDOE will calculate each school's accreditation using both the old and the new system. The school's accreditation status will be determined based upon whichever of these calculations are better. For the following year, only the new system will be used. As always, thank you for taking the time to learn about the new growth model. If you have any questions, please speak with one of your administrators.